Hi there, today we're going to learn how to use the Wix Studio CMS. So here I am in my website and I have a repeater right here, and it has a default image, title, paragraph, and then button. And it doesn't have any items yet, but we will use CMS to automatically insert our items right here. So CMS are a good way to have a collection of data in your website, and then you can just connect them to different items or a repeater in your website so that you don't need to edit them one by one. So to start, we'll just click on the CMS button right here, and you have an option if you want to add a preset. So this will redirect Wix Studio to create a new page for your specific CMS or a collection, and it will be connected here. But we can also have the create a collection option so that you will have these three options right here if you want to import from a CSV file, or to create it with AI, or to start from scratch. So I will just start from scratch and then click on next, and then you will put a name to your collection, and then you can choose if you want a multiple item collection or a single item collection. So I will choose multiple item and click create. So after this, we will be redirected to the CMS dashboard, and then we will import our data right here. So for our fields, we already have the title. So we can add a text field for our description. And then we can also add an image for our project. So we will now add an item right here. For example, and then we'll add an image. So we'll just use example image from Wix. So after it is done, we can just save the pages and it will save automatically. So we can just now close this one, and then we will connect our collection right here to our repeater. So what we'll do is we will click on our repeater, and we can just change some other items right here. For example, for the button, it says start now, so we'll change this to view as well as this one. And then from here, we will open the inspector tool, and then make sure we are selecting our repeater. And then we will click on this CMS connections, and then we will add a dataset. So the dataset that we will add is the project new collection that we created earlier, and then click on create. And then now we will connect our different fields right here. For the image, we will connect this into our image field. So as we can see, it automatically reflected the items from our collection. And then for the title, we will do the same. So we will connect this to the title in our CMS. So it is arranged from descending range from the newest project to the earliest project. And then for the description, we'll connect this to the description. And then for the view button right here, we will create a dynamic page for this. So in order to create a dynamic page, we will open CMS, and then our collections right here. Here is our project new, and for let's see more actions, we will now add a dynamic page for this. So you can choose a page, but we will choose the item page, and we will add this to the site. And then from here, this is the dynamic page that we will put into our collection from CMS. So all of our items from our CMS collection will be having this template that we will be creating in the dynamic page. So we will just wait for this to load before we can proceed. I will try to reload the page so that we can see if it has finished loading. And from here, let's open our pages. Let's open the dynamic page that we have created. And then from here, we have our template page for our projects. And as we can see, it already reflected our changes. So here is the title. So it is connected to our title in our CMS. And then here is the description. And then here is the image below. And then we will go back to our home page, and then we will connect our button to this dynamic page. So we'll click on this button right here and open connect to CMS, and then our click action will lead to the dynamic page. So once it is done, we can now preview our website. And then we can see our collection right here from our CMS, from projects 1 to 4. Here is the title, here is the description, here is the different images, and then here is our button. So when we click on this, it will lead us to the dynamic page that we have created. And then we can also scroll from the different dynamic pages right here. And then that is how we use the Wix Studio CMS, and I hope you learned how to do it, and thank you for watching.